Time to work. Or not, I don't know. I do things. So, if people are wondering what it is I'm actually doing, I'm focusing purely on the scripting side at the moment. If things do not look good, that is the reason why. Right, let's see. Right, so I need one from my entrance and one for Nat6's entrance. So green to begin with, red when it's used. So green go, red stop. I can never find them. On interactive was wasn't it? On interactive. Player. Oh, that needs to be on a timer, doesn't it? Ignore that then. So, first of all, it needs to be the explosion. And we were doing set object active, weren't we? And then we were dragging in explosion Ravencroft. So that activates the explosion and the sound. And then really I should put another... Can I put another component in it?
Love is sacred, love is kind, but love is only a state of mind. It's in your heart and in your soul, where nothing hurts like letting go of all you had, go of all you want, and surrender to a higher we will jump straight over the field. I know it's right, oh baby, this is how I like to feel. I know it's right, oh baby, this is how I like to feel.
Okay, so what happens here, at least this is what I believe will happen. Push button, which see, this is why you always go through it. You walk it through. So this would be disabled. Boom, it's disabled. Everything in it is gone. Now, on pushing that button, it activates this. So everything that's in it gets activated. And what that means is, the graphic goes off of the explosion, the sound goes off, and then after 0.5 seconds, you're teleported there. So explosion, sound, and then teleport in a couple of seconds later. At least that's the idea.
I can show you where to find all the colors of your dreams. The world is opened up to me. It's how we feel. This is how we ride as we find our place in the afterlife. And if we don't, this is how we kneel. And I know it's right, oh baby, this is how I like to feel. I know it's right, oh baby, this is how I like to feel. I know it's right, oh baby, this is how I like to feel. I know it's right, oh baby, this is how I like to feel. I know it's right, oh baby, this is how I like to feel.
Oh, there we go. Duplicate it. Rename it to Nut 6. Change this one to Nat 6's explosion. Put a timer in here. Just like before. Five, 0.5, and teleport player, align,
but I don't think that is true. It's all for
Choose to
you,
teleport.
all that I do.
She's smaller than me, so
It's hard to escape all the problems in your brain, but it's okay when things don't go your way. I said, girl, don't lose your faith, 'cause you won't always be alone. You're more than your mistakes. In me, you'll always have a home in your heart, in your mind. Well, I saw in your eyes that I need to let go.
okay, right, so
Girl, don't lose
we also have a camera, so we can keep an eye on the stage and everything, which is literally, so that's the control room, right below the stage,
away, 'cause every day,
because so they can hear the audio cue cues. Leave the intensity as it is for the time being. Once we've textured it, I'll adjust the intensity. But I've just thrown a texture on here at the moment. Rayo built the room, but left it untextured. Visual stuff later. Actual usable stuff now. Oh, right. They're not right, are they? Yep. Explosions! Explosions!
That was good.
Oh, I did it again. Gotta stop doing that. I love that. That's great. This pleases me greatly. So, I will appear here. Nat 6 will appear here. In nice explosions. Boosh. Welcome to the Chinese New Year event brought to you by Team Deucalion and Nat 6. That type of thing. Ooh, you got mail. Let's close you down because I don't think any of you want to read my mail. It's not interesting at all. It's probably something along the lines of, you haven't won this amazing thing, but if you subscribe to 500 newsletters and rope 20 of your best friends into subscribing, you still couldn't win this. Because that's how it works, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Right, this I believe is going to be Coco's barrel. I'm pretty sure she'll be sitting on top of that during the event. Where's the collide on this thing? There it is. But yeah, that'll probably be Coco's barrel. We got the music audio source here, which is literally an hour-long music video, which is non-copyright material. Oh, okay, I'm not liking this music anymore. Let's switch to the other one that I prefer. There we go. Much prefer this one. Right, so that is mine and Nat 6's entrance. Let's do Team Deucalion now. So, when we introduce the team, we take a step back. And, okay, so that is how many explosions? So it is Rayo, Sen, and Kichi probably. Is Siri gonna turn up? I don't know. We'll just go with 3 explosions to make life easier. So special effects. That's main entrance. So Deucalion entrance. Create empty. TD entrance. Right, so we'll go with Rayo. Oop, that was dumb. Undo, there we go. I can't even spell Rayo. I'm being a fool! Right, So Rayo in the middle. Okay, duplicate here. This one will be sent. Yes, Vera, I need all the licks. Always the licks. Licks are important. They're rich in vitamin lick. Basically, if any of the other team do show up, they can still use the Ravencroft or that 6 to teleport in. So ultimately it still works fine. So this one would be Rayo. And we treat it exactly the same. Yay, Kazi! Probably not my Kazi, but that's fine. There's too many Kazis now. No idea what's going on. And now, to annoy Kichi because he's always in a small avatar, put his button on the floor. Let's remake some Kichi entrance. Rayo entrance. I'm okay with dislikes. No, why would anyone have a 270k poly model? Okay, so mine, that's 6. Rayo, Sen, Kichi. Let's check the teleports. So on explosion. Okay then. I put it in there, didn't I? So teleport player to Rayo. Sen. Oh, ain't that smart? It remembered. Kichi teleport. Alright, that's all the tough parts, because that's the entrance information. Alright, let's add the master blocker. Because we don't want people to get on the stage. I don't do VR chat groups, Vero. I think people who do mafias and families, as in mafia families, that is, gangs or armies, I find it sad and silly. It's like people having to join something just to feel, you know, with people, so they don't feel lonely. I mean, come on, have faith in yourself. You're your own individual. Make yourself be that person. Be yourself. Don't join an army just to make yourself feel better about it. Don't. I believe in you. No, yeah, don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me who believes in you. You can do it. Who's getting drilled today? Oh, my leg itches. Right, what's next? After I went on my random rant. Blockers, master blocker system. Back to the control pass system. Alright, here's the blocker system. So the toggle main. Toggle main on. Toggle main off. Works. Right. There's my red. There it is. The phasing of evil! I mess every sentence up. It's not like I've planned an actual thing, have I? I'm just talking out of my ass, really. Okay, so, on Interact... I already added one, I'm an idiot again. So, on Interact, turn blockers on. So these are the stage blockers. And what we do is, first we set game object active. So this turns on and off objects. It also does anything in the hierarchy. So I've put all these blockers in the stage blockers. So I'm going to turn off the stage blockers, which will in turn turn off all of these. Or turn on all of these, I should say. So by default, stage blockers will be turned off. We want to now turn them on. So, set game object active. We want to set them to true. And then we put the stage blockers in there. Now what we want to do also is we want to now disable this button. So we add another set game objective. This time operation is going to be false. and we're going to make it disable itself. So now we push the green button, it turns on the blockers and disables itself. But then you wonder, okay, the button's going to disappear. What do we do now? So what we also make this button do is turn on the toggle off button. So we add another one to here, grab the toggle main off and put it in here. So now the button turns itself, turns the other button on and turns itself off. So now if we go into toggle off, we can now tell this what we want it to do. So on interact, main blockers off. Set game objective. So we're going to set things to true again. So we need 2. So we're going to set the stage blockers. What am I doing again? Shoot, I'm being an idiot, aren't I? So stage blockers true. So it's the other way around, isn't it? So delete. So we're actually turning the main button on, and then we're adding the other set game objective to false. So it then turns the stage blockers off and then turns itself off. And then what you do is you turn that button off by default, and there you go. So that will now toggle the blockers surrounding the stage on and off. That's what that's for. You'll notice though, oh, I've got to do that as well, because that's the extra one. So let me just do that as well. So basically we've got a back door as well, because we're going to need to want to lead people into the stage, especially after the competition's been ran. Just so people know, competition, what's going to happen is we're going to have 4 winners. The judges, Joey Bagels and Curry Games, are going to, throughout the event, peruse through the people, see if they find any good avatars that are dog themed, to do with the Chinese Year of the Dog. And then, once they've done that, we will bring those 4 people up on stage into the secret area behind the stage to get them on. It's not so secret, you'll be seeing it in probably 5 minutes. And they will win prizes. And the prizes are, they are going to get their own statues on this map. That's right, they are going to get immortalized on this map in statue form. I think we'll just dip them in bronze or something. It's normally the easiest thing to do. Bronzing works. There you go, that should do it. And then we want another set specifically for the other door, the back door. So toggle back door off, toggle on. Alright. this is just for the back door. There we go. Move these off here. Ta-da! Right, there's the back door basically. Turn off the mesh render on that one now. It was probably for the best, Vero, you know, being killed after 5 minutes of being adopted. It's probably for the best. Okay, so blockers, check. Entrances, check. Oh, fireworks. Yep, that's the stuff. Alright, sparkles, burst. Okay, so I need to drag those fireworks out now. Special effects. Right, let's do the new toggle for turning them on and off, because we don't want them on all the time. Hey, Sumaru! I'm getting things done. I could do with some caffeine though. Coco, get me some coffee. Some coffee. System. Let's go with an ambience one then. I have no idea how to spell ambience. Not that it matters. You just have milk, Coco? This makes me sad. Alright, let's grab those buttons.
I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly.
Alright, we'll bring these over. Oh, fudge. Let's try that again, shall we? Right, where did I put the fireworks again? put in special effects, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Start shrinking this.
I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies have tried every possibility. Ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight.
Yeah.
'Cause I can fly, I can fly.
Fireworks. Alright, that's some more buttons done. Yay, coffee! I like Pop-Tarts. They're still going? No, they're not.
Lost to the war, shot me dead. I was lost.
There you go.
Said to the voices in my head, I'm gonna get up again. I'm gonna get up to another day. I'm not giving up again. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up again. I'm gonna get up to another day. I'm not giving up again.
Coffee. I believe it's pronounced coffee.
I'm gonna get up again.
Oh. Fill this up a bit. I'll do them up here. If I turn the lighting on, there you go. How's that look? Looking good? Vero says, I just drink tons of Dr. Pepper. Yeah, it shows. It really shows.
It's like a drum. You listen to my lies.
Right, whilst you're enjoying that, I'm going to go into my mini farage. My mini farage. Grab a nice non-branded energy drink, because everything here needs to be non-branded. And then I pour my non-branded energy drink into my non-branded glass. It's 11, it's coming up to midday and I haven't had any caffeine yet, so I need to pick me up at this point. That should be easy. You need to make sure that you've got blockers. If you're using a mesh, say you've imported a mesh from something, select the object, like this, add component, type in collider, and one of them will say mesh collider. Mesh collider basically, okay, let's talk about colliders just quickly, do a simple explanation of them. Colliders in and of themselves are designed to stop you from going into objects. Colliders though cause lag, specifically when calculating something moving against something else. So you should always use the most simplest collider to make the processing of the colliders easier on everyone involved. So the simplest colliders, of course, are literally the box collider. It's got, you know, 6 faces. At the end of the day, you're just calculating those 6 faces when something goes up against it. With a mesh collider, it basically applies a collision to every surface. That's a lot of calculations. So if you can simplify it, do it. We've not gone too much over it on this map, but if you'll notice that this object, for instance, has mesh colliders. It's really not the best one to go for, but we don't really have that many objects that are moving around quickly or colliding, so it's not too much of an issue. But if we were to have a lot of stuff moving around, what we would do is we would remove the mesh collider, put in a box collider, and then move that box to cover each surface. So top, bottom, left, right, up, forward, back, basically. So I would put a box collider that goes from point like that and stretched. So if you're doing floors, do a box collider. But as I said, if you've done a giant mesh that you've imported from somewhere else, add a mesh collider instead. That'll make things solid for you. Hope that helps. We're doing little explanations here. It's great fun. I like that camera. That camera's live, by the way. Look. If I can find the camera again. Oh, camera system, I'm blind. To a point where I can see them. There you go. See? Oh, I've got to do a cinematic from that. Oh, that'd be cool. Play through there. Yeah. Definitely do a cinematic at some point. Also, when building worlds, Control Z is your friend. Use it religiously. It is the best button ever. Okay? Fine. Well, best button combination ever anyway. Yeah, we should do a fly through. Just following it through. We'll do it from Firework Island. We'll just go do 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 do. When you want to get off that darkest ground. But slower, because it speeds up. Yeah, and there we go. And then off into the fireworks. Like you're flying through it all. I'll do that, yeah, I'll work on that cinematic at some point. This is a building that I made. I don't think Rayo adjusted it. I was hoping he had, but never mind. I can do it myself, it's fine. I wanted to make it big, it won't. I forgot to put the stairs in it. Big enough. I'm still getting used to scaling. There we go, that looks big enough. So that's the changing room sorted. Oh great, now you want light tutorials. Okay, right. That's a bit more complicated. There's 2 ways of lighting in VR chat. There are baked lighting and real-time lighting. Baked lighting is the best lighting to use. What that means is you calculate all of the light sources in Unity, and then you upload the map with the textures showing that light source. What that means is, it's when you're in VR chat, you're just seeing stuff that's already been calculated. So in other words, it's not very resource intensive. Now, real-time lighting. Real-time lighting will normally give you the best look visually, but it's also done on your end, as in your computer is calculating the light sources in real time, which will take up resources, of course, and of course can slow you down in VR chat. It's mostly okay with you know, people on desktop client, but if you have too many real-time sources, it can lag people out in VR. So take for instance this map so far. The only real-time lighting we have on this entire map is that sunset. We've literally just got one real-time light source, and that's the sunset. That's why you get all of these lovely shadows and everything. And when you move around, you cast your own shadow. So, you know, one real-time light is okay. It's basically broad across the entire map, and it's just one thing that your computer has to handle. Now you'll find that stuff like this is all baked. So what that means is, I've used an ambient, an area light here. An area light bakes, can only bake light in. So say you wanted to light up a surface, make it a bit more lighter than what it would originally be with, you know, not receiving any ambient, you put one of these in, designate the area and the intensity, and then right at the bottom right, you won't really see it at the moment, but there's a bar here that crops up whenever the Unity's basically baking. So if you hear me talk about baking, that is what I'm on about. The map is baking the light sources, baking them into the textures, so that you don't have to worry about lighting or processing power and all that jazz. I hope that helps a bit. I'm only giving you basic understanding here. You'll need to figure out the rest really, or watch tutorials, that type of thing. Right, what's next? So that's the fireworks done. Oh, I had a campfire sound, didn't I? Can't remember. That's... I'll deal with the campfire sound later and the ocean sound later. Let's actually drink some of this energy drink.
Floating away with you in the backseat of my car.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Sailing through, but tonight, no, we can't go far. And I know
there's a little pathway around the back.
but at last I can finally breathe. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally see.
Just so you people know, yes, you can now reach those islands via boat, which is what those lines are. So if you want to get away from the main crowd, you can. You also now have a nice campsite. That was it. Rail wanted me to do the seats on these. that next. I'm gonna have to look into that. Let's see if I can just find it. So I'm looking for crate. It's that one. Got it right? No, I haven't.
Yeah, I can never ever find the right words. And there's no way this is real life.
Yeah, there we go. I finally got it.
Right, girl. So I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right.
No idea what it's doing now.
That it feels right.
Oh, one crate again. Why are you doing that? Why are you copying this stuff?
So right, so right, so right. I'm just going with the gut. Never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet.
I hate it when stuff like this happens.
Back, girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word.
I would do it the other way around. Be easier.
Watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella loved. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging, we going come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right.
We have it. That should do it. Take the back of the chair off. Turn off the mesh. Wrong one! Turn off the mesh render on that one. That should do it. So let's turn this into the VRC chair box seat. Up.
I'm just going with the gut.
Right.
Never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now.
completely forgot my keys now for some weird reason. Yeah, it happens. You get brain farts now and again. Where I can reposition them as needed, as long as they work, that's all that matters. I'm the techie, not the aesthetic-y. I'm gonna keep that saying, that's a nice one, I like it. Right, it's non-copyrighted music, so anyone who's streaming won't have issues. Right, what's next? Okay, so entrance explosions check. It's the main ambience that I need to do, but really I'll mess with that later. There's no point doing it all in one go today, or I'll end up killing myself. What else then? Because I've actually got to go away and mess around with sound effects for that stuff. Waiting on Wolfie for the plaque. Oh, yes! I don't want this screen on by default. That was my Xenox. Basically, we use a application called Nextcloud to sync our projects between ourselves. He manages the server that Nextcloud is on. We need a syncing software because these projects get quite big. Okay, so to be honest, it's better to just do another button for it instead of messing around with triggers and such. Oh, okay, I remember now. Right, so let's grab these again. Okay. A lot of of the stuff in this map will be off by default. Now this needs to be local, because this only gets turned on for the person who turns it on. Again, to reduce lag. Where was that camera system? Right, that's that done. So we turn the camera system off now by default. We turn the blocker system off by default. So stage blockers off. Back door blocker off. Ambience fireworks is off by default. TD entrance is off by default. Main entrance is off by default. I'm finishing up now basically. And then I'll continue later and get ambience sorted. Jump. And that's it. Yeah. Alright, so that's it for the stream today. I hope you enjoyed it. Learned some stuff from it because I like to give advice here and there. Always feel free to ask questions when I'm doing one of these. You get to see into the staff room as well, which won't be usable and properly by other people until after the event. So the event stage will basically be made public when the official map is released, so people can use the stage for their own needs. That's the general idea anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching. It's been fun. I'm not going to do that whole YouTube spiel because I've always hated YouTubers that do it. So blah blah blah, yakty schmackty. Hope you enjoyed yourself. That's it. I'm out. Peace.